Padre Jesson. I've been chaplain here for, since 2016. Before that, for 22 years, I was chaplain to the Army Cadet Force, which is a commissioned post. And before that, I was a commissioned officer in the Royal Corps of Transport as a logistics officer. A lot of it depends on the interests and capabilities of the Padre, but basically we are here to support cadets and staff in their moral and spiritual development. It's all very fun playing with technical stuff, but that's only part of who you are. And our job is to develop who you are and what your place is. At the moment, it's very busy. There was a gap of about 3.5 years between my predecessor resigning and me being given the job. And so I've had to learn quite a lot, quite fast, and to find people to do the role of chaplain. And that's getting more and more difficult these days. However, I think we may be able to get on there, but it's interesting seeing across other squadrons and how they work. Job on the squadron is much more down to dealing with the people, cadets particularly, and staff. The wing job is more admin and working with the regional chaplain and the corps chaplain to make sure we deliver all the services. Making sure that squadron chaplains have all the up-to-date information and making sure that they know how things are working. For example, did you know that on the 1st of September, the cadet promise changed? So part of my job is to make sure that all the chaplains that I'm responsible for know the new promise. Well, yes, you need to have a liking for the work and an aptitude for the work. These days, Padres don't have to be ordained, that is to be a minister like I am. You can have lay ministers who are chaplains, which is a good thing, I think. But basically you need to have the theological training to know how the faith works. And you have to remember that you're a chaplain not just to the Christians on the squadron, but to everybody, whether they have faith or not. So for example, if you've got a Muslim or Jewish chaplain, they need to be able to work with across the board people. Being with people and seeing how they grow. I've seen so many cadets over the years, in the Army cadets and here. They come in as quiet, shy little people and they develop. And seeing people grow is fantastic. I think one of the ones was at one of the camps, Cranwell it was, when we had people doing the high ropes and going up the buttons and standing on the top, and the confidence of people and seeing people actually a bit worried about doing it, but getting on and doing it. And that reminds me very much of a time when I was at a camp with the Army cadets. I was responsible for the ground staff of an abseiling test. And this little lad come up to me, he was not much above my waist height. And he said, "Padre, I'm scared of heights, I can't do this, that's fine." So I said, "Fine, go and sit over there, you know, that's no problem, we'll just wait for everybody to go through the system." And I put another 2 or 3, 4 cadets through, and then suddenly he's by my side again. So Padre said, "I have decided I cannot be conquered by my fears, so can I go next?" Okay, so he went, and we're climbing up a water tower, and it's one of those water towers where the stairs went up in stages. Yeah, so you go first stage, and then round the corner and up the stage, and so on. And I could see him go up. And he stopped at the first stage. I thought he was going to come down, but he didn't come down. And he got to the second stage and he stopped and looked around. I thought he was going to come down now, and he didn't come down. And he got to the top of the tower, and then he got strapped into the abseiling kit, and over the side of the tower, and down he came, and he was absolutely delighted. He was so thrilled at having done this, he went round again. And it's that sort of thing that is so brilliant, seeing people make the most of their opportunities. It helps me to understand people, which is a very key part of the Padre job. It helps me to be able to organise things, because obviously if you're doing logistics you need to be fairly organised. And it taught me how to read a map.
Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Just that I consider it to be a great privilege to be your chaplain and to see people as they develop and grow.